Ever catch yourself wondering if that guy is really into you or just being friendly? What if I told you there are 15 flirty behaviors men absolutely can't hide when they're interested, no matter how hard they try? Stick around, because once you learn to spot these signs, you'll never miss when a guy's feelings are written all over his actions. When a guy is into you, one of the first things you'll notice is how often he just happens to be around. It's not a coincidence he's finding any excuse to be in your space. Maybe he starts showing up more at group hangouts, or suddenly shares an interest in something you love, like joining the same gym or talking about your favorite coffee spot. He'll shift his schedule, reroute his day, or make detours just to increase his chances of running into you. And he'll do it all casually, like it's no big deal, but underneath what's really happening is he's creating opportunities. It's not always bold or obvious. Sometimes it's in the little moments. Sometimes it's in the lingering after a group event, or conveniently forgetting something so he has a reason to come back. It's not just about being near you, it's about feeling close, staying connected, and making himself available without outright saying, "I like you." He wants you to notice him without putting it all on the line. It's subtle but powerful. When a man makes space for you in his daily life, especially without being asked, you're not just a passing thought. You're someone he wants in his orbit. When a man is into you, his body often gives him away before his words do. One of the most telling signs is when he starts to mirror your body language without even realizing it. If you cross your legs, he might do the same. If you lean in while talking, he'll find himself leaning in too. It's a subconscious behavior rooted in the way humans build rapport and connection. We instinctively copy the movements and energy of people we feel drawn to. You might notice him picking up your speech patterns, using similar hand gestures, or even adjusting his posture to match yours. This kind of syncing happens when someone is trying to create a sense of closeness and emotional harmony, even if they're not fully aware they're doing it. It's like his body is saying, "I'm in tune with you," even if his words are still playing it cool. Pay attention in group settings. If his body consistently orients toward you, even when others are talking, that's another strong cue. These moments are subtle, often quiet, but they reveal a lot. When someone mirrors you, it's not just politeness. It's a sign he's emotionally engaged and wants to feel more aligned with you. When a guy is genuinely into you, but doesn't want to make it too obvious, he often flirts through playful teasing or sarcasm. It's his way of connecting without putting all his feelings on the table. He might gently poke fun at something you said, mimic you in a light-hearted way, or make a joke at your expense, but only just enough to get a laugh or a reaction. This kind of teasing isn't meant to hurt. It's a flirty dance that creates tension and builds chemistry. It lets him be around you, engage with you, and test the waters to see how you respond. The key is in the tone. It's usually accompanied by a smirk, a sparkle in his eye, or that classic "I'm only messing with you" smile. Sometimes he might tease you just to make you blush or get flustered because he enjoys seeing you react to him. It's also a way for him to stand out, to create a dynamic that's just between the two of you. This banter becomes your own little language, and while it may seem casual on the surface, it often carries a deeper meaning. He's paying attention, and he wants your attention in return. When a guy likes you, his confidence might take a little hit, especially if he's not sure how you feel about him yet. That's when the nerves kick in, and you'll notice the small signs. He might fidget with his hands, tap his fingers, or keep adjusting his clothes. His voice could crack slightly, or he might stumble over his words, even though he's usually smooth. You might see him overthinking simple things like how to greet you or what to say next, because he wants to make a good impression. Sometimes he over-explains a story or laughs at his own jokes a little too hard, trying to fill any silence that makes him feel exposed. These aren't signs of disinterest. They're signs he cares about how you see him. Around others, he might seem more relaxed, but when it's just the two of you, there's a shift. His focus sharpens, and even though he might try to play it cool, there's an edge of tension underneath it all. It's that inner pressure of wanting to come across the right way, and while he may not say, "I'm nervous because I like you," his body language speaks volumes without him even realizing it. When a man is into you, touch becomes a subtle yet powerful way he tries to build connection. He'll often find small, non-intrusive ways to initiate contact, things that feel natural but aren't entirely accidental. Maybe he brushes your arm while laughing at a joke, or places his hand on the small of your back while guiding you through a crowd. These gestures are rarely random. They're intentional, but designed to seem casual, as if he's just being friendly or polite. What he's really doing is testing the waters, seeing how you respond if you lean in or pull away, if you smile or freeze up. He's reading the moment and looking for signals that you're comfortable with that level of closeness. This kind of touch isn't aggressive or over the top. It's light, respectful, and brief, just enough to create a spark without crossing any boundaries. Often it's paired with eye contact or a warm smile, like he's checking to make sure the moment landed the way he hoped. These small touches, repeated over time, create a sense of familiarity and physical connection. He wants to be near you, and touch becomes one of the few ways he can express his feelings without saying a word. When a guy is into you, he listens differently. He's not just hearing the words coming out of your mouth, he's storing the details, cataloging the little things most people overlook. You might casually mention your favorite coffee order, the name of your childhood dog, or that you have a big meeting coming up on Friday. A few days later, he shows up with your exact drink without asking. Or he texts you on Friday morning to wish you luck on that meeting. That's not a coincidence. That's attention. And when a man is truly paying attention, it means something. This kind of memory doesn't come from obligation, it comes from emotional investment. He remembers the name of your best friend, that weird band you like, or that one dish you said your mum makes every Thanksgiving. He recalls the things that make you you, because he's genuinely interested in who you are beyond surface level attraction. He's trying to show you that what matters to you matters to him too. And here's the thing, most guys don't do this for just anyone. When a man listens at this level, it's because he sees you as someone special. He's not just gathering facts to make small talk, he's gathering insight to get closer, to deepen your connection. It shows up in the way he brings things up weeks later, ties your past conversations into new ones, and makes you feel seen without having to repeat yourself. In a world full of people who talk over each other or forget what you said yesterday, a guy who remembers the small stuff is telling you, without directly saying it, that you matter. He's tuned into your world, and he wants a place in it. That kind of attention is quiet, but it's incredibly loud if you know what to listen for. When a guy likes you, he can't help but want to impress you. It's not always loud or obvious, but it shows up in little ways that speak volumes. You'll notice him standing a little taller when you walk into the room, speaking with more energy, or putting a little more effort into how he dresses. He might start telling stories that highlight his strengths, like that time he handled a big project at work, fixed something complicated, or had an unforgettable travel experience. He's not bragging for the sake of ego. He's trying to show you he's someone of value, someone you'd be proud to be around. Sometimes the way he tries to impress you comes through in humor. He'll try to make you laugh, not just to entertain you, but because your laughter is like validation. It means he made you feel something. Other times, he'll go out of his way to be helpful. Maybe he offers to drive you somewhere, gives you advice, or supports you when you mention a problem. These actions might seem casual, but they're his way of standing out from the crowd and earning your trust. Even in group settings, you'll catch him subtly positioning himself so you notice what he's doing, whether he's being charming, witty, or thoughtful. And he's watching you too, gauging your reaction to see if what he's doing is having an impact. That feedback loop matters to him because your opinion matters. He wants you to see him as capable, desirable, and dependable. He's not just trying to catch your eye, he's trying to hold your attention. It's a quiet performance with you as the only audience that truly matters. And if you pay attention, you'll see that everything he's doing is designed to show you that he's worth choosing. When a guy is into you, his protective side naturally kicks in, and it's often one of the clearest signs he cares. It doesn't mean he thinks you can't handle yourself, it means he wants to look out for you. It's in the subtle ways he positions himself when you're walking through a crowded place, slightly in front or beside you, keeping pace, making sure you're comfortable. He'll offer his jacket when it's cold, check if you got home safe, or walk you to your car, not because he thinks you're helpless, but because your well-being is important to him. You'll also notice it emotionally. If someone's rude to you, his body tenses a little. He might not jump in with drama, but he'll quietly stand up for you or change the energy to protect you from discomfort. Even if you're just talking about a bad day or someone who upset you, he gets a little fired up. Not in an overbearing way, but you can tell it bothers him when something bothers you. And sometimes it's as simple as the way he checks in. Did you eat? How's your stress level? Want me to handle that for you? These aren't just polite questions. They're instinctual. He's not trying to take control. He's trying to be a safe place. You'll also find that he pays attention to how others treat you in a group. If someone is interrupting you or not giving you space to talk, he'll subtly redirect the conversation or make sure protection in this case isn't about strength. It's about presence. It's his way of saying, you matter to me, and I've got your back. Whether it's physical, emotional, or social, when a man starts stepping into that quiet guardian role, it means he's feeling something real. When a guy is genuinely into you, his entire energy shifts the moment you enter the room, and it's almost impossible for him to hide. Watch closely and you'll see his body language change. His posture might straighten, his face relaxes into a smile, and his attention subtly, or sometimes very clearly, shifts in your direction. It's like you bring a different kind of atmosphere with you, and he feels it. Maybe he was deep in conversation or distracted by his phone, but the second you walk in, it's as if the rest of the room fades a little and you become his focal point. You might notice him light up, not just with a smile, but with a kind of alertness, like he suddenly has more energy. His eyes follow you, even if he tries to play it cool. If he was slouched or low energy before, now he's sitting up straighter, making more jokes, being more engaging, even subconsciously putting on his best version of himself. Sometimes it's subtle, a glance, a slight shift in his voice when he speaks to you. Other times, it's completely obvious. He comes over right away or finds a way to get into your space as if being near you just feels better. Even if you're not speaking to him directly, he'll often position himself where he can hear you or be part of your environment. He wants to be included in your world, even if just peripherally. It's not something he plans. It's an instinctual pull. You don't need to be dressed up or doing anything special. Your presence is enough. That instant shift in mood, energy, and attention is his heart reacting before his words ever do. It's the kind of behavior that speaks louder than a direct confession, because it's completely unfiltered. When a man is really into you, he looks for every opportunity to start a conversation or keep one going. It's not just about small talk. He genuinely wants to connect, so he reaches out more often than usual. You might notice texts popping up more frequently throughout the day, sometimes about seemingly random things just to spark a chat. He's finding reasons to check in, whether it's to share something funny, ask how your day went, or follow up on something you mentioned before. It's like he's creating a steady thread of communication, making sure he stays present in your life without overwhelming you. He also puts effort into keeping the conversation flowing, asking questions, sharing stories, and responding thoughtfully. Even if he's busy, he'll make time because talking to you feels important. He's testing how much you want to engage, gauging your interest and hoping you'll reciprocate. When a guy initiates often, it's a sign he's invested emotionally. He wants to build a connection and show you you're on his mind. It's subtle, but consistent communication is one of the strongest ways he shows his feelings without having to say, I like you outright. When a guy is genuinely interested in you, he doesn't just stick to surface level conversations. He wants to dig deeper. He starts asking personal questions because he's curious about who you really are beyond just the basics. It's not about prying or being nosy. It's about building a connection that feels meaningful. He might ask about your dreams, your family, what really makes you happy, or what scares you. These questions reveal that he wants to understand you on a level that goes beyond casual chit-chat. This kind of curiosity is a clear sign that he values you and is investing emotional energy into the relationship. He's trying to learn about your experiences, values, and perspectives because those things matter to him. When he asks these questions, he's opening a door for vulnerability and trust. He's also showing you that he's willing to share parts of himself in return, creating a space where you both feel safe to open up. You'll notice that these questions often come at moments that feel natural, not forced or rehearsed. They might happen when you're sharing a laugh, when the conversation naturally slows down, or when he senses you're comfortable enough to talk about more personal things. This shows he's paying attention to your emotional state and pacing himself accordingly. Asking personal questions is his way of signaling that he sees you as someone special, someone worth getting to know on a deeper level. It's an invitation to connect emotionally and mentally, not just physically. When a man does this consistently, it's a strong indicator that he's interested in more than just friendship or surface level interaction. He wants to truly understand and connect with you. When a guy is into you, even if he tries to hide it, a subtle form of jealousy often slips through. It's rarely loud or obvious. Instead, it comes as small, almost unconscious reactions when other men are around or when you give attention elsewhere. You might notice his body language shift, his smile may tighten, or he might suddenly become quieter, watching you more closely than before. Sometimes he gets a bit more reserved or distracted, trying to process how he feels without revealing too much. This isn't about insecurity in a negative way. It's more about a natural protective instinct that surfaces because he cares about you and wants to be the one who holds your attention. His jealousy isn't necessarily expressed by calling out other guys or making scenes. In fact, most men who truly respect you will keep it low-key. Instead, it shows up in subtle ways, like him asking more questions about who you were with or how well you know that guy. He might try a little harder to engage you in conversation or increase the amount of attention he gives you when other men are nearby. Sometimes he may try to casually position himself closer or make jokes to draw you in. This kind of jealousy reveals that you matter to him on an emotional level, and he's feeling a quiet but genuine concern about losing your interest. It's a way his feelings leak out without him having to put them into words. The key is that this jealousy is never possessive or controlling. Instead, it's a vulnerable sign that he's invested and wants to be the person you choose. When you spot these small shifts, it's a strong clue he's into you, even if he's not saying it outright. When a guy is really into you, he naturally wants to slow down time when he's with you. It's not about rushing from one moment to the next, but about savoring the connection, even if it's just a simple goodbye or the end of a conversation. You might notice that he lingers longer than necessary, whether it's walking you to your car, standing by your door, or extending a phone call, even when there's nothing else to say. This isn't accidental. It's his way of holding on to the moment and making the time you spend together feel more meaningful. He's not in a hurry to end things because being around you is enjoyable and important. Sometimes he might slow his pace physically, walking beside you rather than ahead or behind, matching your rhythm to stay connected. Other times, he'll find reasons to keep the conversation going, asking just one more question or sharing one more story. It's like he's stretching out the experience, wanting to soak in every bit of your presence. This behavior is a subtle but powerful sign that he values the moments you share and wants to create a sense of closeness that lingers beyond just the immediate encounter. It's his way of showing that being with you feels different and worth pausing for. When a man does this consistently, it reveals a genuine desire to deepen the connection without rushing toward the next thing. It's a quiet but unmistakable signal that he's not just interested in the surface. He wants to savor the emotional space between you. This slowing down is about presence, intention, and a heartfelt wish to make memories together, even in the smallest moments. When a guy is into you, he naturally starts making future plans, even if they're casual or hypothetical. He might mention concerts, movies, or events coming up and suggest you two go together, often phrased lightly, like, "We should check that out sometime," or "You'd love this." This isn't just small talk, it's his way of planting the idea that he sees you in his life beyond the present moment, without putting too much pressure on the situation. These future plans can also be simple and low-key. grabbing coffee next week, trying a new restaurant, or going for a walk in the park. By bringing up things to do together, he's testing how interested you are in spending more time with him and seeing if you're open to deepening your connection. It's a subtle invitation to take things forward without making a big deal out of it. When a man talks about the future with you, even casually, it shows he's thinking about you as part of his life and wants to create opportunities to grow closer. It's one of the clearest signs that he's invested and looking to build something beyond just the here and now. When a guy is really into you, he often becomes a little more playful and spontaneous around you. You might catch him doing things that seem a bit out of character, like breaking into a goofy dance, making silly faces, or trying to surprise you with something unexpected. This playfulness is his way of showing he feels comfortable and wants to create fun memories together. It's an attempt to break the ice and bring laughter into your interaction, making your time together enjoyable and light-hearted. This kind of behavior also signals that he's trying to build a unique connection that's different from his usual routine. By being playful, he's inviting you into a space where you can both relax and just be yourselves without pressure or judgment. It shows he wants to make you smile and be someone you look forward to spending time with. Playfulness can also be a form of flirting, a way to test your reactions and see if you share the same energy or sense of humor. When a guy lets his guard down and acts silly with you, it means he trusts you and feels a genuine attraction that goes beyond words. It's a joyful, effortless way of saying, "I like being around you," without having to say it outright. In the end, these little signs, whether it's the way he mirrors your movements, playfully teases you, or remembers the smallest details, are all pieces of the puzzle that reveal when a man is truly into you. It's not always about grand gestures or bold declarations. Often it's these subtle behaviors and moments that speak the loudest. When a guy shows genuine interest, his body language, attention, and actions naturally shift because he wants to connect with you on a deeper level. Learning to recognize these flirty behaviors helps you see beyond words and understand the real feelings beneath the surface. So trust your instincts, pay attention to these clues, and remember that when a man can't hide how much he's into you, it's because his heart is quietly trying to tell you exactly that.